Finally got back at my ex-girlfriend who dumped me because of my size and destroyed my self-esteem. We dated for 3 years. I know people say that like it's nothing, but 3 years at that age is everything. We met in college. She was the first person I ever really opened up to. I told her things I hadn't told anyone. We shared a friend group, a routine, a whole world. I thought we were building something real. Then, one Tuesday evening, she sat me down at our kitchen table, the same table where we used to eat takeout and watch videos on her laptop at midnight. She looked completely calm. That's the part I keep coming back to. No tears, no hesitation, just calm. She said she wanted someone bigger, not more ambitious, not more emotionally mature. She was specific, almost clinical about it, like she had practiced the words beforehand. She said she'd been thinking about it for a while and felt like she deserved to explore what else was out there. Then she stood up, grabbed her jacket, and left. I sat at that table for 2 hours without moving. The weeks after that were the worst of my life, and I don't say that to be dramatic. I mean it in the most grinding, exhausting sense of the phrase. I stopped texting people back, stopped making plans. I'd go to work, come home, and lie there staring at the ceiling. I used to be the person in my friend group with the most energy, the one with a plan every weekend, the one people called when they needed someone to show up. After that conversation, I felt like a stranger living inside my own life. The worst part wasn't the breakup itself. Breakups happen, people leave. The worst part was that what she said started to stick. I'd catch myself in the mirror and feel this wave of embarrassment I couldn't quite name. Like I had a flaw I'd been walking around with my whole life and nobody had bothered to tell me. That kind of thought doesn't leave easily. It settles in. It changes how you hold yourself in a room. It changes whether you approach people, whether you think you deserve to. A few months passed. I was still just going through the motions when a close friend sat me down and said he wanted to set me up with someone. I told him I wasn't in the right headspace. He said just one dinner, completely low stakes. If it's awful, you leave and we never speak of it again. I agreed, mostly just to stop him from bringing it up. She showed up in a yellow jacket and ordered without looking at the menu. I don't know why I remember that detail, but I do. She was sharp, quick. She laughed at her own jokes before she even landed them. She asked real questions and actually listened to the answers. By the end of the night, I had completely forgotten to be self-conscious. We started seeing each other regularly. She never made me feel like I was on trial or performing. She treated me like I was already the version of myself I had been quietly trying to find my way back to. Slowly, without me realizing it was happening, I started feeling like a person again. Then the message came. I had blocked my ex on everything. Every app, every number I had saved, but she found a way through. She used a mutual friend's phone and sent me a text saying she'd been thinking about me, that she missed what we had. That leaving was the biggest mistake she'd ever made and she wanted to talk. I stared at it for a long time and said nothing. My new girlfriend was sitting next to me and noticed I'd gone completely quiet. She asked what was wrong. I handed her the phone. She read it, handed it back, and looked at me. I told her everything, not just the text, the whole thing, the kitchen table, the calm voice, the specific words, the 2 hours I sat there alone afterward, the months on the ceiling. She listened without interrupting once. When I finished, she was quiet for a moment. Then she smiled slowly and told me to go put on my best outfit. I asked her what for. She said trust me and pointed at the closet. I put on a charcoal suit I'd bought for a work event months ago and never actually worn. She positioned me near the window and pulled out her camera. She wasn't shooting casually. She was moving around me, adjusting the light, telling me how to stand and where to look. Deliberate and patient, like she had a very specific vision. We went for almost 2 hours. She got her own shots in too. Then she sat down with her laptop and started editing. I watched her work. She was building something real, cutting to music, pacing every frame, layering it like an actual production. She said she wanted it to look like a luxury fashion campaign, the kind of clip that stops someone mid-scroll. When she finished, she turned the screen toward me. I looked like someone who had never once questioned whether he was enough. She handed me my phone and said, send it as your reply. So I did. My ex left it on red for 6 hours. Then she blocked me. I have never felt more like myself in my entire life.